Hi everybody, nice to see you again. Welcome back to Real American Cougar. I was thinking about a song. I have music going through my head all the time. If I'm not listening to music, then it's going through my head unless I'm really concentrating on something, really trying to focus. And sometimes I need a little music to help me focus. So a song's been going through my head lately, and it is a song from Huey Lewis and the News, and it's a really catchy little tune, and it's called Do You Believe in Love? And that's been going through my head. Do you believe in love? It's been going through my head for days, and I thought, well, my question is, what kind of love do you believe in? Love has really been studied lately. People have been studied, and they've been analyzed. Love's been analyzed by psychologists, biologists, economists, sociologists, anthropologists. They've all studied and did all these random testings and things on people's opinions, and they've come up with a list of things that people do believe about love, and we're going to check those things out, and this is going to be a true or false. So if you'd like to get yourself a little piece of paper and a pen, and you want to keep track of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 10 things, and write down whether you think they're true or false, then we'll go back to the beginning and we'll go through them. Before we do that, I want to say thank you to my 393 subscribers. Oh my Lord, this is better than I ever thought it would be. I'm telling you. I just love it. You guys are supporting. You're hitting that like button on the Real American Cougar videos. There are 20, this is going to be 24 videos all together. You can see them all on YouTube. Don't forget to visit the Facebook page, see what everybody's talking about, see what little bits of humor or wise sayings or whatever anybody wants to post on there. Post a post right on Real American Cougar for me. Tell me what you're interested in. Leave me a meme. Leave me a little wise saying. Give me a little advice. I could use it once in a while. But getting back to what we're going to talk about, number 1, we're going to start with the beliefs. And if you're ready and you want to follow along and you want to just write down T for true or F for false. We're going to talk about these things, and then we'll go back and we will explain what all these very, very educated people seem to think about this. Number 1 is, love is unpredictable. You arrive at love by fate, and you cannot choose who you fall in love with. True or false? Love is unpredictable. It's determined by fate. You don't choose. Okay. Number 2, this is a quick one. Opposites attract. Opposites attract. True or false? Number 3, this is one some people believe about love. A lot of people believe about love. If someone truly loves you, they will stay with you, work together to keep your relationship going, forgive you, accept all your faults and mistakes, no matter what. If someone truly loves you, they will accept you and forgive you no matter what. Number 4, here's one. If you're truly in love, it's natural to feel jealous. True or false? If you're truly in love, it's natural to feel jealous. Number 5. Here's a good one. Living together before marriage is a good idea. True or false? Living together before marriage is a good idea. Number 6. When you meet the right person, your life will be perfect. When you meet the right person, your life will be perfect. Number 7. Everybody only has one real true love in their entire life. True or false? One real true love in your entire life. Number 8. Sooner or later, every couple, especially people that have been together a long time, sooner or later, every couple stops having sex. Every loving couple, sooner or later, stops having sex. Number 9. After a certain age, you might as well give up because you're not going to find love. True or false? After a certain age, you might as well give up because you're not going to find love. And the last one, number 10. True or false? Life has no meaning if you are not in a loving relationship. Life has no meaning if you're not in a loving relationship. True or false? Okay. All you subscribers and likers and haters and watchers and viewers and Facebook followers and friends, if you're ready, we're going to go down through and we're going to talk about whether they're true, whether they're false, according to the experts. Number 1, love is unpredictable. You can't choose who you fall in love with, and fate. It's all fate. Like Romeo and Juliet, it's all fate. Oh, they couldn't help themselves. Well, love is, you can choose. You can choose who you're going to fall in love with. Match.com, which is a very popular online dating site, says that 59% of men believe in love at first sight because men are very visual. 49% of women believe in love at first sight. But on a poll that they have done, it takes a woman 45 seconds. She can look at you for 45 seconds and know whether or not it's going to work. So, you can decide who you fall in love with, and you can decide if it's the right thing for you to do. So it's not that unpredictable. As a matter of fact, you should put a lot of thought into who you're going to spend the rest of your life with, or who you're going to spend a lot of your time with, and how that's going to influence you and your happiness. Number 2, opposites attract. Who said true? Well, this is what the experts say. Most people fall in love with someone like themselves. You're always looking for common things in people. That's what sparks your interest, is when you're sitting and talking to someone and, oh, you like that kind of music? You like Pop People? I like them too. Hey, yeah, I went to a concert last summer, and hey, we'll go again. If you like to go, we'll go. People look for the things that are more like themselves. They look for people who are on their level socially, that have a lot of the same friends, or have a lot of friends, or have the same amount of education, or make the same amount of money, or work in a blue-collar job, or, an executive job. If they do, they look for people who are more, they feel, are their equals. And so, although opposites may attract and may make a very interesting relationship, mostly people will fall in love with someone who is more like themselves. Number 3, if someone truly loves you, they will stay with you and work things out, forgive you, accept your faults, mistakes, and accept you for yourself no matter what. Sorry to say, they won't. I can tell from experience. There are relationships that I had that I absolutely could not stay, and as much as I love someone, I absolutely could not deal with them and how they reacted to their situations in life. And you will find that sooner or later, no matter how much you love someone, if they keep doing the same things over and over, if they keep hurting you over and over, you're going to build up resentment, and that resentment will come out sooner or later. And I'm sorry to say that it's just not healthy when one person does all the loving and one person does whatever and expects to be forgiven. There's only so many times I can forgive someone. I know the Bible says forgive 70 times 7. I ask for forgiveness for that every day, because as a human being, I know I'm not capable of doing that. And there are some people that can keep working. They can accept people no matter what. I've seen couples that cheat on each other, whatever. They've stayed together no matter what, had kids together for many, many years, probably still together. I don't even know. But it does not always work out that way. As a matter of fact, it generally does not work out that way. Number 5, living together is a good idea. Before getting married, living together is a good idea. Well, it seems to be a good idea. It does seem to be a good idea, but according to the experts, and I kind of agree with them, it is not a good way to get to know someone. You really need to spend time talking with that person, communicating, seeing what they're like in their normal day-to-day life, their schedule, what their interests are, what their priorities are. That's a hard thing to just jump in and move in with someone, and then you're finding out that their priorities are completely different than you, or they handle money completely different than you do, or it's a little harder when you're both living in the same situation, and everybody's bills are everybody's bills, and everybody's responsibilities are not two people's responsibilities, and it shouldn't be just one person's. There's a lot of things that come up. They say you don't really know a person till you live with them. I don't know if that's quite true or not. That's an old saying, but it's best to get to know someone's personality and someone's abilities, to how they react to things, their demeanor. Are they considerate? Are they more on the wild side? Get to know what you're in for. Don't just jump in and then got to find out as you go. And that is especially hard when people produce children, when children become involved in a situation and you don't really know each other, and you've jumped into living together before you prepared yourself to be together forever. So keep that in mind. Number 6, when you meet the right person, life will be perfect. I bet everybody said false to that one. That one's a pretty cut and dried one. Some people rely on relationships for their own self-esteem. They rely on relationships to make them feel more vital, to make them feel better, to make them feel good. The right person is going to fix all their hurts. The right person is going to look out for them. The right person is going to protect them. The right person is always going to provide for them. The right person is going to fill all those gaps and all those things that they were missing through life when they meet that one right person. And all I can say about that, of course, the experts, they don't agree with that. And, it's kind of hard to agree with that. Everybody has their own circumstance, but there's one thing I do want to say that I want you to remember. When you meet the right person, it's not that they're going to do all these for you and your life is going to be perfect and everything is going to come together and everything you ever dreamed of is going to happen. Where the magic is when you meet that person and they have your back and you have theirs, and you get through all the imperfect things, and you get through the harder parts of things. And that's the part where when you meet that right person and your life will be perfect. It will be perfect because they've got you and you've got them. And if you respect each other and love each other and you're in for the long haul and you've got your mind made up, hey, life is a journey and whatever happens, the ups and the downs are going to happen, and we're in it together and we have each other's back, that's when the magic happens. All right? That's when the magic happens in the relationship. Remember that. Number 7. You only have one true love in your entire life. That would be nice. That would be nice if you met your one true love and you stayed in love and you were in love your entire life and everything went just wonderful. But sociologists say that monogamy comes out of the belief that you have only one true love for life. Actually, only 5% of humans mate for life. 5% of the human animal mates for life. The first love, your very first love, always is, you're very impressionable and always gives you the most impression. If your very first love doesn't work out and you loved that person so much, of course it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt more because it's the very first time you ever felt that hurt. So some people get that idea from you're going to meet one true love, you're going to stay with them forever. Some high school sweethearts, I do know some people who are high school sweethearts, they're my age and they are still together. So that does happen. But according to the experts, you're going to fall in and out of love a few times before you meet the very right person. If you meet that very right person very first off, hey, good for you. I'm all for it. Kudos to you. I wish I could have met that very right person very first off. I wish I could have. Life would have been so much better. But remember that you may fall in and out of love with people throughout your life. That does not mean that you're not going to find your true love. And that does not mean you've missed it. And you find your true love the first time, you go. Number 8. Eventually, every loving couple that has a loving physical relationship, long-term relationships especially, stop having sex. Not true. Ask your pharmaceutical company. There is Viagra. There is Cialis. There are people who are up into their 70s with the help of pharmaceuticals or maybe with their own natural long life genetics, are absolutely still having sex up into 60s, 70s, onward, as long as they can do it. You're not ever too old. If you love someone and you care about them and you have that desire for them, I don't ever see any reason why. And if you're physically able, I don't see any reason why to ever stop making love to someone you're in love with. No, especially with the help of the pharmaceutical companies, there is no reason these days to ever stop having sex if you don't want to. That's one of the questions I get asked a lot on the messenger is, do you still have sex? Guys, do I look that old? Oh my God. Yeah, you're never too old. Number 9, after a certain age, you might as well give up on finding love because you're never going to find it. Well, I used to think that. I used to say true to that after a certain age because there's not as many available men. There's not a lot of ways to meet people when you get older. And I just had the inner critic telling me, well, you're not going to meet anybody. It's never going to happen for you. It never worked out for you so far, so it's just not going to work out for you. That is just not true. It can work out for you. It can work out for you at any age. People can fall in love at any age. My grandfather, God rest his soul, and grandmother, they lived up in a small town here in New York State. My grandmother, at the age of 65, had a heart attack and died, a sudden heart attack and died. They had been married. They had 3 children, my father, my uncle, my aunt. They were very much in love in their own way. At 65, all of a sudden, she's gone. He stays single for about a year or so. He runs into an old high school sweetheart. Her name was Esmeralda. And he meets Esmeralda, and they remember each other from school. And you guessed it, they get married. And, you're never too old. My grandfather must have been 70, probably, when he married Esmeralda. So, you're never too old to rekindle something with somebody or, just light a little fire with somebody else. You're never too old. That's encouraging. Number 10, true or false? Life has no meaning if you aren't in a love relationship. Okay, so what have we been saying all this time? What have we been saying? Your life has meaning. You are the most important person in your life. You are your reason for living. It is time for you to create your life. Without a relationship, you have the time to create your life and do the things that you enjoy doing. Just because you're not in a relationship, and I have found this out, and I've been thinking about this lately, and sometimes you just don't feel loved. You just don't feel loved. Nothing has worked out. Nothing has ever worked out with anybody. You're by yourself. You're doing your best, and you just don't feel loved. Well, let me tell you, you've got friends, family, and people who love you. When you are in the company of the people who love you, you are loved. When you're talking to someone on the phone who's telling you what a blessing you are to them because they're having a bad day and you're the only one that's taking time to listen to them, and they tell you that they love you for doing that, you are loved. When you go see your family at a family dinner, or go see your granddaughter or your grandkids or your kids, or you get together, you're loved. When you go out to your picnic for the people where you work and you see them every day and you rely on each other every day at your workplace, and you're out at your work picnic and you're having fun, or you go do something outside of work and you're just really good friends outside of work, inside of work, you're loved. There is no way God even loves you. God loves you every day. There is no way not one person is never loved. So don't ever think that you're never loved just because you're not in a loving relationship, because you have the love of so many other people around you to be grateful for. So don't forget that. So I'm sorry that just about every answer, according to the experts, was false, but it gave us all something to think about. And it gave us all something to think, what kind of love do we really believe in, and what kind of love do we really want? And that we do have a chance to choose who we want to love and create our life and make things the way we want them to be, and see some things as they really are, according to the experts and according to ourselves. So thank you for watching. Appreciate all the likes. Hit the like button if you like what I had to say. Subscribe. Go to the Facebook page. Leave me a message. It's been wonderful being here for another evening at Loft Recording Studio. Talking to you all. I'll see you again soon. Peace out.